Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Hot Buttered Yum by Kim Law, performed by Amy McFadden. Episode 1. Chapter 1. Strains of Rachmaninoff flowed from the Steinway grand piano, mixing with the ocean breeze that casually drifted in through the open dining room windows. Ronnie Templeman lifted slightly off the piano bench, one foot working the pedal, and picked up the tempo of the song. If there was anything she could get lost in, it was being at the keyboard. It had been that way her entire life. Her hands flew in front of her, up, down, pounding, caressing to the song's crescendo. She lifted her face to the cool breeze and sucked in a deep gulp of the morning dampness, knowing her cheeks had to be pink from her exertion. There was nothing like playing in the mornings when the rest of the world was still asleep. Of course, Turtle Island, just a ferry ride away from the southeasternmost corner of Georgia, had begun waking up well over 2 hours ago. Ronnie had welcomed the sunrise as she'd sat in her dining room, where most people would have a table instead of a black-lacquered 6-foot piano, as she did every morning. Tucked into the curve of the large bay window in her beach cottage, she had her routine, and she stuck to it. Occasionally, however, she did go beyond her allotted piano time and into her run-on-the-beach time, because some mornings demanded she stay right where she was for just a bit longer. Today was one of those days. As she neared the last stanzas, she watched through the plate-glass window as a distended bead of water clung to the leaf of a potted cabbage palm sitting on her deck. The sun had greeted the morning behind a hazy, slow rain, and though the sky was now clear blue, promising a glorious early December day, everything remained damp. The droplet of water shook slightly, as if wanting to let go, but not quite certain it was ready to be free. Ronnie set her back teeth together and concentrated on the song, on the movement of her hands across the ivories, yet she couldn't take her eyes off that single leaf with the lone bead of water. As she reached the final bars, her arms tensed with exertion, her breaths grew short. She was exhausted from the longer-than-normal session, yet at the same time, exhilarated. Playing had that power. The tiny orb seemed to grow in size.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?